Hey everybody, welcome to a new video, and this time it's my first Amonkhet pre-release video. Yay! I'm only going through the deck I made, to tell you the truth, because I'm doing this differently, testing it out. Let me know what you think, I guess. I hope it's good. First card I put in was Painted Bluffs. Tap it to add a colorless to your mana pool. Pay a colorless, tap it, and you can add one mana of any color to your mana pool. Sorry about that. And I got it in full, and it was so pretty. So very pretty. So, of course, I had to put it in. It was beautiful. Why wouldn't I? Next card is Sunscorched Desert. When it enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to target player. You can tap it to add a colorless to your mana pool. You've always got to do that little stuff in pre-release, in my opinion. Because, hey, it can kill them eventually, maybe, or help you kill them. I'm leaving the cards up for a while so y'all can look at them if you want, because I don't know, really. Next card is Pyramid of the Pantheon. It costs 1. Pay 2, tap it, add mana, 1 mana of any color to your mana pool, put a brick counter on it. And if you have 3 brick counters, you can tap it and add 3 mana of any 1 color to the pool, but you can only do it with the bricks. I'm leaving these cards up for a while so y'all can look at them if y'all aren't going to be able to get access to them for a while, or to make sure I have enough time to talk. Oketra's Monument costs 3. It's a legendary. White creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. And whenever you cast any creature spell, create a 1/1 white warrior creature token with vigilance. It's the cat monument. It's a cat. This is what cats would do if they could, I think. Next card is Luxa River Shrine. It costs 3. You can pay 1 and tap it, and you gain a life, and then you put a brick counter on it. Once you have 3 or more brick counters, you can tap it, gain 2 life, but only then. I love that. I really do. I love that card. I love gain life in general. In case no one knew. Next card is Watchers of the Dead. It costs 2, and of course it's the cat. Exile Watchers of the Dead. Each opponent chooses 2 cards in his or her graveyard and exiles the rest, and it costs a 2/2. Can you exile it? Just say, I'm exiling this? Because I don't know if that's how it works. If anyone knows, let me know, because there's plenty of things about Magic I don't know. Next card was also printed in Kaladesh. It was impeccable timing. It costs planes and 1, and it deals 3 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. I do not understand why they reprinted it in the very next block, because we still have a few, like 4 more, I think, block sets coming out before Kaladesh actually rotates. I guess they needed a filler card. True Heart Duelist, planes and 1. It can block an additional creature each combat, and it has an embalm of planes and 2. Exile this card, create a token that's a copy of it, except for it's a white zombie human warrior with no mana cost. And it's only a sorcery. But hey, it becomes a Zambi. And Zambis are good. Unwavering Initiate is next. It costs planes and 2. It has vigilance and also an embalm cost of planes and 4, and it's a 3/2. I actually got the token for this in my pre-release. I think it looks better as a Zambi, to tell you the truth. But that's my personal choice there. I think it's because of the stabby arm. Next card I also had in my kit as an extra one, so I had 2 of them, but only 1 in my deck. Jerus Resolve. I don't know how to pronounce it. Costs planes. Untap target creature. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to it this turn. And it has cycling of 2, where you can discard this card and draw a card. Yes. I think I cycled that card more than anything else, to tell the truth. Next card is Cast Out. It costs planes and 3. It's an enchantment that has flash, and when it enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls until Cast Out leaves the battlefield, and it's cycling of the planes. Always good cycling. Like, say, if you have nothing to play, you can cycle it. It's always good, especially your first turn. Sparring Mummy costs planes in 3, and when it enters the battlefield, untap target creature, and it's a 3/3. Which I did that. The best thing about it is when you exert something, and then you're like, I'll play this afterwards in my second main phase. Oh, look. It doesn't matter that I exert it because it's untapped now. Hee. Which I know that's probably the main thing for it. Okay, anyway. Binding Mummy costs planes in 1. Whenever another zombie enters the battlefield under your control, you may tap target artifact or creature, and it's a 2/2. Zombies. What the gods decree, the mummy's in force. Man, if I was on Amonkhet, I'd be freaking out. Zombies everywhere. I can't deal with zombies. I really can't. No zombies. I mean, they seem nice, but it scared me. I had 2 of these in my deck, actually, because look at that mana cost, and then look at the ability. It's Fanbearer. It costs the planes. It's a zombie. And you pay 2, you tap it, and you can tap target creature, and it's a 1/2. I mean, you get control, and it's not blue. It's not blue. Okay, this is my favorite card, but I only had 1. Approach of the Second Sun. It costs plain in 6. If it's your first time casting it in the game, you gain 7 life, and then you put it back in your library as the 7th card. And then if you play it the second time, you win. As long as you play it from your hand, obviously. So, you win! And then if you had to play it from your graveyard, it becomes the 7th card again. Initiate's Companion is the next card, which I had 2 of those in this deck. Costs force and 1. And whenever it deals damage to a player, combat damage, untap target creature or land, and it's a 3/1. I'd like to say that it's our pet, but the reverse may be closer to the truth. The truth about cats has been spoken. Next card is Gift of Paradise. It costs force and 2. It enchants the land, and when it enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. Enchanted land has tap. Add 2 mana of any one color to your mana pool. Hey, it helped me get out Approach of the Second Sun. And Approach of the Second Sun at least made one opponent worry that he's going to lose the game. I didn't get to it, but it was nice. It was nice to have. Naga Vitalist is next. It costs force and 1. It's a druid. You tap it and you add to your mana pool 1 mana of any type that land you control could produce. I think this is a pretty card. I like, the scales on the snake. The green and gold. It's nice. Though, is it wearing a corset? What is it wearing? I didn't look too closely at that. It looked weird. Next card is Exemplar of Strength. It costs force and 1. I'm not sure if that's a male or a female, but it doesn't really matter. When it enters the battlefield, put 3 -1/-1 counters on target creature you control. Whenever it attacks, remove a -1/-1 counter from it. If you do, gain 1 life, and it's a 4/4. Someone, I don't know, that person just, I don't know, something looks weird about him. Anyway, next card, Oishra Cultivator. Costs 1 force. You can pay 2 and a force. Tap it, sacrifice it. Search your library for a basic land card and put it onto the battlefield tap, then shuffle your library. And it's a 0/3. I like this card. I like the design of it. I like that person. I like their hair too. Next card is Ornery Kudu. I think that describes me too well. Forced and 2. When it enters the battlefield, put a -1/-1 counter on target creature you control, and it's a 3/4. Now that could help with that other one, where you can gain life for removing it. You could just put that on it after you've removed at least 1, then you can keep gaining life. Anyway, Synchronized Strike costs force and 2. Untap up to 2 target creatures. They each get +2/+2 until end of turn. I used that once so I could have blockers. Like I attacked and then did that. So they didn't really get the +2/+2. But I got to not die the next turn because I could block. Always a nice thing to be able to block. Next card is Bitter Blade Warrior. It costs force and 1. I may exert it, or you may if you're playing it. When you do, it gets +1 attack and gains Death Touch until end of turn. But it won't untap during your next untap step. Which, guess what? That 1 mummy would make it untap. And it's a 2/2. Obviously. So, yeah. As you can tell, that's the end of the deck, minus lands. which were just basic green, white. I would show you the other cards, but then y'all all want to shoot me for picking the wrong colors. Because looking back at the cards now, out of the pool, I probably should have done black and maybe red. But as you can tell from most of my decks, I don't play red for sure. And I don't play black much, but I'm starting to like black a lot more. So take that as you will. Anyway, that was my first pre-release deck. If y'all want to see the cards that I had to choose from, other than those, let me know in the comments or something. Because I still have another pre-release kit to do, which I probably won't do right now, but y'all will see it, believe me. And I could just do the pulls from both of them in another video, or do 2 videos, you know, whatever. Just let me know what y'all would like to see, and if y'all don't before I decide what to do, well, you can then tell me how wrong I am by choosing the way I did it. Yay! Anyway, I had fun at pre-release. I hope y'all got to go, and if you didn't, I'm sorry. But if you did get to go, I hope you had fun. If you didn't get to go, you still get to see some new cards, right? This was a new attempt at me recording this differently so you could see the cards better. I'm sorry when I'm opening boosters, you'll still have my crappy webcam, but what y'all think of me doing it this way? I mean, give me suggestions, because I'm doing this as OBS. I need free software, so OBS is the way to go. And I can't get the slideshow to stop, so I had to let it play all the way through because I wasn't quick enough to start immediately after I clicked OK. So, anyway, I know I keep rambling. I had fun. Hope you had fun if you went, and if you didn't go, hope you get to play with some of these cards pretty soon. I hope you have a nice day, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.